to say it ain't so. Today I have a very, very, very special guest. She is amazing. She is beautiful. She is intelligent. She's got a heart of gold. And guess what? She mine. She's my daughter. And when I tell you this young lady has just blossomed so beautifully. Many of you guys know us and have seen this young girl grow up from just a little one to the beautiful young lady that she is becoming today, who I am very, very proud of. So, you know, we're gonna have some fun today, guys. We're gonna laugh. I hope we don't cry. I really don't. But it's a possibility. But hope not. We're gonna break bread. We're gonna eat some good food. We're gonna have some good talks. You know, today she just came down to take her test to receive her CNA certificate, which she passed with flying colors, like I knew she would. So very proud of her as she continues to pursue her endeavors as a nurse. So shout out to all the future nurses out there. This one is going to be an amazing one, and I'm really, really grateful. And I'm grateful that she's here today and I can share bits and pieces of my life with you all, because we have had some definite good times together. This one right here, she's been my road dog, okay, from the beginning. My daughter, you guys, she has been the assistant / mannequin. This baby done had to make phone calls on my behalf. I mean, she has done everything from knee high, okay? She has been thoroughly trained, you know, from the first time she told me, Mom, I want to go to Paris to study fashion. Like, this is the reason why I am where I am. I wanted to become a good influence on her, to push her, to let her know that she could do anything that she wants to do. And she has just grown by leaps and bounds. So I am excited to bring her here today, you guys, and share with you her amazing story, because she in herself is just a whole beautiful journey, and I cannot wait to share this with you guys. So, coming up, my boo, Miss Danye, aka Future Nurse. Okay, welcome back, everyone. So, as promised, I have delivered a jewel, a gem of a young lady, my daughter Danye. So, we're gonna start today by breaking bread over a good vegan meal, okay? And we'll talk about that in a little bit. But so real quick, let's just bless this real quick. Dear God, please bless this food that we're about to eat. Let it nourish us and keep us healthy. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
All right. So, Danye, what is on the menu today, honey?
So we made vegan fajitas today, and then we have a side of guacamole.
Okay, let's get to it. Now, I'm not like on starve mode, because you know we already ate some in the kitchen or whatever. Don't judge. I think he broke too. Okay.
It's gonna collapse on me.
So, if you don't know about this, this is jackfruit, you know, seasoned up real good with Spanish sauce. Oh my gosh. Seasoned real good. See, that's how good it's been seasoned. My mouth don't even want to work right. What else? Anywho, seasoned real good with some garlic powder, onion powder, what else? Paprika,
Chili.
chipotle, chipotle. I don't know. Oh, some adobo sauce, and
we put a little bit of almond butter in there.
yes, and I don't know. But anyway, it's got some vegan cheese on here. Some what kind was this? Pepper jack vegan cheese. We've got some onions sliced up and some green onions, as well as some jalapenos. So they are everything. This meal is everything. I'm gonna take one more bite and we're gonna get to it. Talk about why we decided to change into a vegan lifestyle. So, okay. Can't forget the guacamole, because that is the coup de grace, okay? And this is how you start an episode, okay? We break bread together, share a meal, share good conversation. So first, veganism. Girl, why did you bring me on this road? What brought us here?
Well, I was on vacation with my uncle and auntie, and they were already vegetarian for a long, long time. And then they had recently told me that they went vegan. And so I was just, first of all, I was just curious, like, what are you even eating as a vegetarian? Now you're talking about you're vegan, like, I'm confused. So my auntie told me about this documentary that they watched, and she was like, don't watch it, because if you watch it, you're gonna be freaked out, and then you're not gonna know what to do. Of course, I went and watched it, and I watched it at like 4 o'clock in the morning, and I'm scaring myself, like, oh my gosh, I can't eat meat anymore, it's all bad for me. And then while I was watching the documentary, it was saying how a lot of the foods that we're eating that are made by animals, they cause like inflammation, and they can lead to a lot of the big threes, like, heart attack and all just the big stuff that people have health issues with. So then I had called my mom and I told her to watch it because it had something to do with MS, and she watched it, and that was that.
I mean, one thing that I can tell you guys is I am all for taking care of yourself, just your all-around wellness, whether that's your mental health or physical health. It is very, very important, and actually, that's a good segue. Okay, first of all, you just applied for your CNA today, and you did very well, and I know you're waiting on your scores, so I know that you are a whole certified nurse's assistant right now, which I think is awesome. But, you spoke about, me having MS. What made you go into the nursing field, and how far along are you in this process?
Well, literally what you just said, because my mom has MS, and well, at least for me, I love my mother dearly, and I just want to be able to help take care of her when she gets older. Like, that's just important to me. Like, I already have my life already planned out around that. Like, I want a mother-in-law house on my property, and she'll be able to do whatever she wants in there. It'll be decorated just the way she wants it. Like, I already have it planned out in my head. But yeah, because of that, I just really wanted to help my mom, and I'm like, okay, well, there's other people obviously going through health issues, so why not help them? I mean, I don't know, it just made sense for me. So I applied for the nursing program actually just last year, so hopefully I get in. But yeah, so I'm a sophomore now, and so I'm taking medical microbiology lab, human anatomy 2 lab, and yeah, so it's a lot of science-y classes involved, obviously, but yeah, that's why I wanted to be a nurse.
So let me just preface this. This baby went from Mom, I want to go to school in Paris, at like 12, 13 years old. And I was like, okay, let me get myself mentally prepared. Because honestly, around that time is when I had lost my daughter and of course her little sister. And I just kind of felt like, I think prior to that, I probably would have felt like there's no way I'm gonna let my child go overseas and be that far away from me, etc., etc. But I think the realization of knowing that I'm not in control of everything in this life. I didn't have control of whether my daughter lived or died. So I just feel like all of that is in God's hands. So if my child wanted to go to Europe and learn fashion, then I'm here for it. My kids will tell you anything that they can dream, I'm gonna push them to do it until you don't want to do it anymore. And you know, with her, she was all about her fashion. She has been assisting me since the beginning. You've been modeling since, shoot, maybe 13 years old, I think was probably the first time you hit the runway. And I mean, that's gotta be pretty scary for a kid. But when I tell you this one right here, she has been, she has been not only my, ambassador. Okay, she's been the whole Janae Dion ambassador for many, many years. You know, really, I think that's probably where you learned to walk in heels at. But you know, I mean, I don't know. You've been like this major, major part of this movement. You know, when DeVay was here, we started with the jewelry as a family. We made the jewelry together. We sold the jewelry. But when she passed, it was just kind of like, it just kind of took the wind out of everybody. I know me personally, I really didn't have a zest for it anymore. And I don't know if really that was maybe kind of your turning point, that because I was kind of turned off by it, and maybe I was no longer like a catalyst to kind of get everybody going anymore. I couldn't keep the excitement. So I don't know if maybe that's how you felt.
Yeah, like once I noticed that you didn't want to do it anymore, it didn't make sense for like me to keep trying to do it. I mean, I know you wouldn't have minded, but it was just like, it was your thing first, and then we kind of tagged along, and then like when you didn't want to do it anymore, it was like I understood, and I didn't want to push it.
Fair is fair. So I mean, you know, but you know, we made an easy transition into fashion because initially we just started, when it came to the jewelry and transitioning into fashion, I just kept learning as many techniques as I could and just practice. You know how it was in the beginning. I had cattywampus seams everywhere. I mean, it was,
but it didn't look bad to me. I mean, I didn't know anything about sewing, so I was like, well, this looks great. I mean,
and that's why you were the perfect model and perfect assistant. But I mean, like, you really, really helped me, and you pushed me, because I don't think that, you know, as children, I don't think you guys really understand that as much as parents that we push you to be great, you guys also push us to be great as well. I want to be worthy of my children looking up to. You know, I know we all have, you know, things that, you know, we'll take away from our childhood, and things that we like that our parents did, and things we didn't like that our parents did. But I hope that I'm a good influence, and, you know, I hope that you feel like you've been raised well, because when I see you, I'm just like, this young lady makes me so proud. I mean, between you and your brother, like, my heart smiles when I see y'all just out there thriving and just doing your thing, you know. I mean, because, you know, we've always talked about, I've always told you guys that, you know, we have to be triumphant through tragedy. Losing DeVay was a lot. Like, you and your brother, well, I guess all of us, we were there when she took her first breaths. You guys were in the back seat with her when she took her last. Like, that's a lot. You know what I mean? So, I mean, it's like when you think about all the challenges that you faced and to see where you are right now is just, I feel so proud. I have so much pride. Like, you know, I be wanting to talk about y'all all the time, but I don't, you know, want to irritate people like, dang, like her kids ain't just the best ever. I mean, y'all are the best ever to me. But I just don't, you know, want to get on people's nerves about it. But I love being a mom, you know. And there's some things like I wonder like how things affected you guys. Like, okay, when I divorced your dad, like, how did you feel about that?
I mean, at first I was a little confused. Like, I remember I had asked, I was like, wait, what? We're getting a divorce? Like, I didn't know what that meant. But because I was like very much aware of what was going on, I was like, oh, that's not a bad thing at all. This is a great thing. This is great. Yes, let's do that. Because I just wanted to see you happy.
Yeah.
At the end of the day. So once I realized what divorce actually was, I'm like, oh, okay, well.
Yeah, everybody goes their separate ways, and we just, you know, we figure it out. You know, I'm not one for confrontation, to be sitting there arguing and fussing and fighting. You know, I've spent many years, you know, just trying to make sure the family unit still has some sense of unity, you know.
I think you made sure that we had that. Like, I mean, yeah, like, y'all did get a divorce, but like, there was never a moment where I felt not whole. Like, I've always felt whole. It just felt this, I don't know what I'm trying to say. Like, it just wasn't, I didn't feel different from everybody else whose parents were still together. Like, it just was what it was, and you made the best out of it, and I came out okay.
The way I see you guys, like, I really, everything you do, I'm just rooting for you guys. I know you are going to be the best nurse practitioner. I just see so many big things in your future. I don't even know if y'all know, like, how big you will impact this earth. You will literally, you will touch people's lives, you know. I mean, I know that was probably like really weird for you when you met my nurse, when she's coming in and showing me how to shoot these, you know, drugs in me, and, you know, when I don't, you know, at the time I don't even know what they're for. I'm just like, okay, like, all right. You just get diagnosed with something that's heavy, and it's like, okay, you're just going along with it, you know. But I'm glad that, you know, she did, you know, ask you that question, you know, what do you want to be? And you're like, I don't know. How about nursing? Okay. You know, so I'm glad that conversation actually did happen, because to see you thriving and to see you doing so well, it just really makes me very happy for you. But I have to ask you about life since. Okay. Since what month was that? Like January, February of 2017. Okay, so this baby right here pretty much got a whole great cameo in
like a great 5-second cameo, y'all.
And you were a junior. You were a junior, right? Okay, junior in high school. So let me set the stage real quick. Okay, I get a phone call from a company, and they're like, "Hey, we're just wondering if you could get 5 models and dress them in some of your gowns. We're looking for black and white looks. Ball gowns would be beautiful." And I'm like, yeah, I got you, okay. And they're like, well, we can't tell you who the artists are, and this, that, and the third. And I'm like, okay, whatever. I don't really, okay. So then, like, I think the day of, and I don't even think we had a time yet. We didn't have a time. I really just didn't have any information, so it was very difficult for me to get, you know, all these models together. I mean, 5 models doesn't sound like a lot, but at the same time, you know, people are doing things. You know, I needed hair, I needed makeup, but you know, my contacts are like busy and you're not gonna just drop everything, you know, for me, and especially when you ain't talking about, you know what I mean? So, I mean, at the end of the day, I finally got the word like, oh no, this is a video shoot for the Migos featuring 2 Chainz in the song Dead. So I'm like, oh, okay, you know, all right, okay, MTV, go ahead, throw this together right quick for us, okay? So I called up my girl, Miss Alita, and also Kylea, and Chanel, she was there, and then she brought a girlfriend, so that was 4, and I needed 5. So I had already promised her that she could come to the shoot. And then they're like, you know, so she was actually there to help me. And they're like, no, can she be in the video? And I'm like, oh, okay. So I put her together and she ended up standing up there with a big old cello that was probably about bigger than you.
Yeah, it actually was. And it was cold. Like, yeah. But I felt so cool when I got that text message talking about, do you want to be in the Migos video? I was like, why is that even a question? But, like, of course. I just had, it was just, you just kind of fangirl, you know? Like, you're a teenager in high school and you're going to be standing around celebrities. Like, hello? Like, who would not be excited about that? And then it's one of the most popular artists out at the time. Well, still
I think they had just won their first Grammy around that time, or they were on their way. I can't remember. But
it was just really, really cool. And like, I just remember I had mom recording videos while we were like shooting, so that way I can have it so I can post it on Snapchat. I posted the text message mom sent me. I posted everything. I posted a video of me listening to a Migos song, talking about how I was in the video. And then it was fun. It was freezing cold. I did not like that. And then, you know, you're in heels.
Yeah, we were out there for like 8 hours. It was a long time. I don't think
From
they showed up for
daylight
like 6 hours.
Till night. Like, literally, you can see from where our part, where the musicians are, if you look in the background, it's daylight. And then when these people come, actual artists, it's nighttime. Like, we were out there forever.
Yeah.
But
in February, and they were in gowns. Like, it was crazy. But you know, I'm gonna have to put up some of the behind the scenes footage, because that was actually pretty cool. There's some real funny 2 Chainz outtakes that I thought was hilarious. So I'll make sure I put that in here. So that was definitely a dope moment. But what did you do with your check?
I don't know. I think I went shopping. I really don't know. Like, I really don't remember. But I probably spent it on like something stupid. Like some clothes.
Here's a whole say it ain't so moment, y'all. I did get the models paid, but guess who didn't get paid? This girl right here. No credit, nada. But that has absolutely nothing to do with the Migos or 2 Chainz, anything like that. It has nothing to do with them. That was not who I was contracted with. But, you know, at the end of the day, I was so happy to get the girls paid and get you placed in a video. Like, that was super dope. So I was excited about that, you know, and then just to see her and, you know, to have all these people, you know, like, you know, even my son, you know, people were, yeah, I seen your sister in the Migos video.
People were saying that?
Yes.
Oh. I just remember I had posted on my Twitter, I had made it my pinned tweet. I think it still is my pinned tweet. But like I started noticing, like, obviously, like, random people, like, started liking it. But then this person who's in my ROTC class, he had posted, and he was like, oh my gosh, I know this girl, she goes to my school, she's in my class, and da-da-da-da. And then, like, all these other people from my school were like, oh my gosh, is that you? And like, and then I had people from school like, oh my gosh, like, were you in the Migos video? And I had people asking me that for like, till I was like a senior. Like, like when I'm literally about to graduate, I had people still coming up to me like, oh my gosh, were you the girl in the Migos video? I'm like, yes, I was, but that was like so long ago. Like, but it was just really cool that like
Well, I think it would be dope if we did something for nostalgia's sake. Don't be scared, because you do this, okay? You do this. Okay, you've done this. Actually, it's crazy because the university that you're at, we did so many shows there. Like, so many fashion shows there.
I remember one time that we did go. Yeah, I really got to look at the school, and I was like,
okay, because I had, oh yeah, you weren't there for the other one. But yeah, so you were really already kind of familiar with the school, so we kind of have a whole little history there. But I think you should do a quick modeling of a new jacket for me. Yes?
oh, okay.
Okay. I'll be back. So, that was amazing. You still got it. Ow. I'm telling you, I can't even sit here and tell y'all that she trained herself. I mean, that I trained her, because she trained herself, and honey, she did a really good job. So, I certainly cannot walk in heels, but this one right here, if she didn't tear up our runway. Like I said, miss, I live in my workplace, okay? So, you know, but I just really want to thank you. I'm so glad that you came home. I mean, I know it was business for you, you know, you got to get your certificate, you know, but I'm glad that you're here. And I'm glad that I had a chance to steal you and get you for a moment to get on this show, because we've been talking about this for a while. Well, okay, I've been talking about this for a while. So,
You're welcome.
But it was so good to have you here. So, you know, as I always say, good people,
Be good to yourselves
and
be good
others.
to others.
Okay? Peace.
Kelly? No. John, stay there, don't move. I can't go. No. Huh? I lost my safety. Give me a grip over here. I need a grip department.
I'm coming.
Go.
Hold on a second.